Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. How are you? This is Spiritual Chit Chat. I am Michele Amburgey, the Awakener. How's everybody doing? So happy to be here. This is so much fun getting to do this. I did Spiritual Chit Chat for about a year when I was on Awaken TV. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was. It's been a while ago. And I had so much fun. I met so many wonderful people. And so that's why I'm doing it again now live on my own YouTube channel because it was so fun. So what we do is we do some spiritual teachings. Today, we're going to talk about not feeling good enough and maybe some reasons why that's happening and some things you can do to fix that up a little bit. And then we're going to do some mini readings. So those of you that get on over here and listen to everything, you can get a reading, which is really fun. I love doing that. I actually stopped doing it for a while because of the trolls. I just got so fed up with it. So, but here on YouTube, we can just delete them. You guys can delete them. I can delete them. It's a lot easier than trying to do the Facebook thing. So I'm just super happy to be here. Happy spring. Spring has sprung. The spring equinox is upon us. And it's so fun. I love spring, as most of us do, but it's so cool because I live in Southern California and we don't really have seasons here. We have very mild seasons. We just kind of float into one and into the other. But spring always seems to really just, it's here. Fall does the same thing too. And I noticed that spring was happening when I could start hearing the birdies in the morning. Such a happy song. All of a sudden, it's like I'm hearing children playing outside. They're singing, they're laughing, they're enjoying life. And it's so fun. And I've got a bunch of doves around my home too. And so the last couple of days, I've been hearing the from the doves. It's like, oh, it's happening. So happy spring. It'd be interesting to find out how many of you are preparing to plant gardens, if you're planting flowers, what you guys are doing too. I just love all that stuff. So today, what I did, let me get over here where I can see stuff and get stuff out of the way. There we go. There we go. It's always little technical stuff that we need to do. So today I had someone say that they couldn't be here today to watch this, but they had a question. And their question made me realize that this is a really good topic to talk about. And what it is it's about not feeling good enough. We've all felt that way. Some of us feel that way chronically, like we just are never, ever, ever good enough. And, honestly, our world that we live in, and especially if you're in Western society, there's a lot that indicates that we're not. We see it in media, we see it in marketing, we see it on TV, we see it everywhere. You got to have this better car, you have to have these better shoes, you have to have this purse, these clothes, live in this neighborhood, be this skinny, be this blonde, be this, brunette, be this, be this, be this. Where so many of us fall short of that. And it begins to create this feeling of not being good enough. On top of, life. Part of this earth walk is falling down and skinning your knees and learning, right? And that's part of the program. And if we're told that, it makes a difference. Like, oh, okay, well, this is part of it. This is part of growing up. This is part of what happens. But when we're constantly being told that we're not good enough, and then when we have our little mini failures or even big gigantic ones, it just builds and builds and builds on that. So what can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can we do about not feeling good enough? And there's quite a few things that you can do. There's habits that you can change. There's some even deeper stuff. Take a little bit more responsibility, start monitoring your thinking and all that. But, I say this a lot, and it's really, really important, is you got to get off of TV. You got to get off of wherever there's the news or commercials or something telling you what you should be. And another great way to start feeling way better about yourself is get out in nature. There's nothing quite so renewing and grounding and bringing yourself back to you than spending a weekend at the beach, and alone. I'm not talking about around people, but getting out alone, going up on some of the northern Pacific coasts where there's very, very few people, but you're in the wildness of the sea, you're in the nature of the sea, or going to the forest, going to the mountains, wherever your place is, going out in the middle of the desert. I know Sedona is one of my places. I just go and I just am able to drop all of the pretenses and the expectations and all that stuff that we carry around with us, and just be able to be there, me and those red rocks, me and those crazy manzanita trees, just me and God. And it's absolutely liberating. And so I'm talking to you about this right now because it's something that we have all gotten really far away from, is our connection to nature. Because when we're in nature, nature is perfectly imperfect, right? You're in a forest and not all the trees are exactly the same with the exact same foliage and everything. There are trees that are big, that are small, that are broken, that are brown, that are fallen over. But all of it is part of this beautiful ecosystem that makes it beautiful and sustainable and powerful. And it just makes you feel so good. Well, we need to be that way in our society, in our community. Whether you're tall or short, thin or fat, green or blue or black or purple, whether you wear the right shoes, wear the right clothes, live in the right neighborhood, it doesn't matter. We all matter because we're all part of the fabric of this world that we live in. And learning to see each other's beauty right where we're at, it goes a huge way in feeling better about yourself. In being able to see the beauty in other people, no matter where they're at, no matter who they are, no matter what they're doing. Seeing that beauty, it can change your life, just that right there. And what happens is, when you begin to think on seeing the beauty and everything that's around you, when you begin to think on that, when you begin to make a conscious choice to see the beauty in everything, it comes from originally in a teeny tiny bit of being able to see a little bit of beauty within yourself, a little bit of wow in yourself. And you can expand that out to the world around you. When you begin to see that perfectly imperfect is perfect, you'll begin to accept yourself more, begin to feel better about yourself. You'll begin to be able to live in this crazy matrix that we're in with a little bit of self-esteem, a little bit of feeling good, a little bit of feeling like, you know what, my failures are not failures. They're learning experiences. So another thing that I want to touch on too is that topic right there is our failures are not failures. They're learning experiences. We're not supposed to know how to do everything right out of the gate. We're not supposed to know how to fly before we can crawl. We're not supposed to. That's not how it works. There's a saying that successful people have failed more than anybody who's never tried, right? You see people that are successful, you see things that are successful, you see things that you think are good enough. Well, they've not always been that way. They started right where you are. They've started right where you are. And they've begun to give themselves the opportunity to fall down, to mess up, to go astray, to go off road and get off the path, and to bring themselves back and keep going. They've allowed themselves to have a vision. It's another thing that'll help you. They've allowed themselves to fall down on that path towards creating that vision. That's part of the program. That's part of what this matrix is about. That's just how it works. You can go ask anybody who's been successful, and no matter what it is, it doesn't mean money successful. It can be as successful, a mother who's been successful with raising her children. It can be, a dad who's done amazing things and created a beautiful beautiful treehouse for their children, and that successful, and how they must look up to them and ask them, how did you do this? What did it take? What were the steps? What was the path? And you'll find, that just about every single one of them have a journey that was not that perfect thing. It's because they kept going. They kept trying. Another thing that's really important about feeling better about yourself, about beginning to feel like you matter, like you are good enough, is being good to yourself. And that's going to start. I can tell you that you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. And that goes from everywhere from, the basics, getting up, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, getting dressed, going out in the world, getting up and showing up, be there when you say you're going to do, keep your word, and keep your word to yourself. Keep your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. I'm going to lose 10 pounds by Christmas, then do it. That is one of the best self-esteem building things that you can do, is keep the promises to yourself. And, a lot of times it's kind of digging deep. Life is tough here on planet Earth, on spaceship Earth. I heard somebody say that one time. It was awesome. But life is tough here on spaceship Earth. It's not supposed to be easy, because this isn't a kindergarten planet. This is a planet for masters. This is a planet for advanced beings. And the time that we're living in, this is a planet for very advanced beings who have mastered a lot. So you have mastery, and you have good enough, more than good enough, and infinitely more than good enough within you already. It's just digging in and finding those spaces where they're at, right? So one of the things that we so often get stuck on, and I'm trying to figure out how to put this right, because I just had like a concept flow through my head. This is how I receive my channeled messages. Sometimes it's like, blah, 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 and I'm supposed to figure out what it says. But one of the things that we get stuck on really is comparing ourselves to others and expectations, trying to meet other people's expectations. The outside world is not the goal. The outside world is not the goal. We don't want to be matching what's happening in the outside world. We want to be building what is already within us, because you are created from perfection. You are. No matter what religion, what tradition, what beliefs you have, you are created from perfection. You have perfection within you. Your DNA is perfect. Your physical body is a perfect, oh my gosh, a perfectly designed machine. It's only when we make wrong decisions, when we make decisions that aren't most beneficial, that this well-oiled machine kind of starts getting clickety-clackety and having some problems. This aging thing that we go through is not necessarily the normal way it's supposed to be done. We're supposed to stay youthful and vibrant until we choose to leave our bodies, not, at the expense of whatever is going on. And so that is where it comes back to being in your mastery, being in your power, being in your authenticity, appreciating yourself, and making decisions that are good for you. And I'm getting ready to do an empath class on Saturday. And one of the things we're going to talk about is, as sensitives, and I know a lot of you people that are watching this are empathic, sensitive people, we have to learn to protect our energy fields. We have to learn to say no. Oftentimes empaths have terrible boundaries because we feel everything. We don't know where the boundaries are. We don't know where we, end and the world out there begins. And so learning to set good boundaries and practicing saying no. And for some of us, no is really scary. I know when I first started saying it, it was like, nobody's going to like me. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody will want to be my friend if I say no. And I did have some of those experiences. I did have some people that didn't like the fact that I was saying no to the way they were treating me or talking to me or not showing up, and I started saying no. And those people left. And I was like, holy crap, what have I done? But what happened was it created a space for good people to move into. So be prepared for that when you begin to stand up for yourself and you begin to have boundaries. Those things that were having sustenance with you from you not having boundaries will get pissed off. They'll get angry. They'll get disappointed in you and they'll fall away. But that's okay. Because remember, you were building your energy field. You're building your boundaries. You're building a world in which you can live safely and comfortably and feel like you're good enough. When you have beautiful fences around your great field, it's not to keep the cows in. It's to keep the ouchies out, And so when you do that, you start feeling a lot better about yourself because you're not being subjected to people and experiences that are telling you that you're not good enough anymore. And that's where boundaries really come in handy. So there's a few little things that you can do that will super help you. Hey, Christy. Hi, Dana. There's a few things that you can do that can really, really help you feel better about yourself, feel like you're good enough. Another one is do some affirmations. I am good enough. I am beautiful. I am important. I am valuable. I am. And you want to step it up a notch? Do it looking at yourself in the mirror. Try that. For those of you that are in my membership site, you all have my wonderful 4 steps to a happy spiritual life. And it's an ebook that has all kinds of affirmations. It's got prayers. It's got suggestions for meditations. And you guys have a violet flame meditation. That is a great place to go to use that stuff that's in that ebook. Use that meditation. For those of you that are not in my membership yet, come on over. There's 3 different tiers. You got tier 1. It's only $11 a month. You get a weekly energy report. You get a weekly angel reading, which I use all different kinds of cards. We talk about different things. You also get the wonderful ebook and the meditation. There's tier 2, which is called the Ascended Masters. Tier 1 is the angels. Tier 2, the Ascended Masters. It's only $33 a month. You get everything that you get with the angel level. You get the weekly energy, or you get the weekly angel report. You also get a monthly energy report. You also get to attend the weekly meditations on Wednesday evenings, and you get 10% off private sessions with me. So for $33 a month, you're getting like we figured it out, like a little bit over $200 in stuff for $33 a month. That's awesome. And then if you want to go all in, for the $77 a month, the Cosmic Christ level, you get everything you get in tier 1 and tier 2. So you're getting the weekly angel, you're getting the monthly energy report, you're getting the meditation, you're getting the ebook, you're getting the live meditation on Wednesday evenings, and you're getting a weekly master class. And right now we're learning about the archangels. And at the $77 level, tier 3, you are getting 20% off private sessions with me. So it's so good. I've got it priced super good. You guys can get involved at whatever level you're at, and you can get in and start having content and having a place to come in to begin to create community and a place to be able to really start working on yourself. Having some consistent stuff that you can go in, you can check on, you can read, you can listen to, and kind of a consistent message of how important you are and how valuable you are. We need to really begin to build our boundaries and our self-confidence right now, because we're living in a world that isn't going to do it for you. And you are more than good enough. There's always something within you that knows you are more. Oh, thank you, Dana. Dana said the membership's amazing. Thank you, honey. You're always more than good enough. You're always more. You always have been. There was a song I was listening to, and those of you that know me know that I love Jesus. I do. I'm a psychic. I'm an energy healer. I do all this stuff that the Christian, religion doesn't, kind of frowns on, but I love Jesus. And one of the things, I heard a song the other day that was saying something about, whenever that old devil starts talking to me, asking me, who who do you think you are? I tell them I'm just nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who saved my soul, which means Jesus, right? And oh my gosh, my whole heart went, oh, don't say you're nobody. Don't say you're nobody. You're somebody because Jesus loves you. God loves you. You were created, the core fundamental energy that you're created with is love. You have never, ever been nobody. You are somebody, and you are important, and you're valuable. And so it's really important to start catching our own thinking and our own ways of doing this. And you guys know what I'm going to say: prayer and meditation. Pray and meditate, pray and meditate. Prayer is just inviting the presence of love and awesomeness to come in and be in your life. You know, it doesn't have to be a religious prayer. It doesn't have to be any kind of designed prayer. You know, I give you some ideas in the ebook and the membership site of prayers to do that you could do, but there's a million ways to do it. There are prayers of supplication. There's prayers of forgiveness. There's prayers that are like decrees. One decree that I do a lot is, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I mean, it's just like, oh, wow. You know, wow. If you were to say that to yourself a couple times every day, it would start to lift your vibration. Because part of what happens when you're not feeling good enough, your vibe is low. When your vibe is low, it's hard to get motivated, right? It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to get that feeling. And so really monitor the way you're talking to yourself, what you're telling yourself about yourself, right? And I'm not kidding. Look in the mirror and do some I am statements and time yourself. How many statements can you say looking in the mirror before you have to look away, before you start getting uncomfortable? Because I try to do it every day, at least a couple of them. And I kid you not, I get to about 5 or 6 and I start getting that feeling inside of me that like, oh my gosh, am I really? Oh my gosh, I'm breaking a cycle. I'm breaking a tradition of not being good enough. That means that's a tradition that needs to be broken, right? And I got my cool container here. It's from Vibes Up, and the covering on it is redwood tree. I love redwoods. And then it's got the crystals underneath and that help to activate the water. It's so cool. I've been giving it to Mikey too, and he loves it. He loves it so much. So I'm happy that we got this opportunity to do this topic. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know if you want to be named or not, so I'm not going to name names, but I want to thank you for asking this question, because that gives me ideas of what you guys need. If you guys ever have a topic that you want me to discuss for Spiritual Chit Chat, message me on Facebook and let me know, or text me. You know, most of you have my phone number, or email me, or, oh my gosh, call me, whatever. We have so many different ways to communicate, and let me know if you want me to chit chat on a topic, because that's one of the hardest things for me is is coming up with topics. And a lot of times I don't come up with topics until I get on, and then I get kind of inspired, and that's cool too. We are going to do some little mini readings in a minute. Another thing that I want to let you guys know about real quick is on Saturday, this coming Saturday, March 26th, from 3 to 5 p.m., I have my empath spiritual intensive. And what we're going to talk about is being an empath, but it's not going to be your typical course, because there's a superpower to being an empath, and most empaths don't feel it, because we feel overwhelmed. We just feel like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. We feel so much. And I've got some little techniques, some little boundary creating techniques, but also you guys, us empaths, we have a superpower that nobody talks about. And we're going to talk about that. And it's going to help you learn what to do with all that energy. It's going to help you learn to recognize what is going on, so that you stop getting thrown around by the energies. And feeling is really important. If you're a feeler, you're like superhuman already. And most of us are very empathic as it is, Most women are naturally, hey, Kimberly, most women are naturally empathic. And I think it's maybe most likely because we do give birth. We are the portals of life on this planet. Think about that. We're the portal of life on this planet. Life doesn't get here except through a woman. How freaking awesome is that? How powerful are you that you are that portal? And that's whether you have children or not. That doesn't matter if you've had children, given birth. You're still that portal of life. What kind of life are you bringing onto this planet? Are you bringing in, I am good enough, I am powerful, I am important, I am valuable, I am beautiful, I am awesome, I am gifted? What are you bringing through as the portal? Portals are powerful. You're the portal for life on this planet. What kind of life are you bringing in? Challenge? Tell me if it's accepted. So guys, we're going to do some little mini readings here. Christy, Dane is here. Kimberly is here. If you guys have a question, let me know. Archangel Michael says he's ready. And we're going to use the Oceanic Tarot. Let me see. There we go. The Oceanic Tarot by Joyce, I think it's Whitaker, Jane Wallace. Close. But they're so pretty. I don't do tarot. A lot of people have heard me say this before because it's confusing. I mean, no, it's not confusing. It's complicated. It's a lot. And I'm a little bit lazy. And I'd like to be able to channel my messages. I don't always want to go by what has been said prior. I always like to channel the messages, but I use cards kind of as prompts too. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll get rolling. And as I'm waiting for those to come through, and I feel like there's some people that are watching that aren't putting in the chat. And what's interesting is YouTube doesn't tell you how many people are watching anymore. You used to be able to see like how many people were there, but that's okay. Oh, they changed it. There's 7 of you. We've got 3 talking. Who has questions? Go ahead and get in the chat room. Say hello. Put your 2 cents in here. So what I'm going to do is I have one person. Actually, I have 2 people who sent in questions. And so we're going to go ahead and do Hillary's question. Wendy Wallace, where have you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you, girl. Hi there. Okay, cool. Okay, so Kimberly, you can have a card, but here's what Archangel Michael likes. He likes you to ask a question. He's saying if you can formulate a question, he'll give you an answer. If you just want a card, he's like, is that it? You're in the presence of a freaking archangel, and that's all you got. He's like, come on, bring it. What questions do you really want? And he does that with all the love in the world, but he's like, come on, people. he's so funny. He's like, come on, you're in the presence of an archangel. Ask me a question. So Kimberly, you're saying, can I have a card, please? You can't. Card you got is prosperity. That's a pretty darn nice card to get. And you're saying finances or change. Need I say more? And Archangel is funny. Archangel Michael is standing with his arms crossed. He goes, how do you like that? That's so cool. Kimberly, he's saying, I love you. He goes, I love you. Okay, so let's do Ver. Will my daughter and her partner get their hopeful schools? Okay, so I'm going to assume that is Archangel Michael is saying it's getting into schools. And so the daughter and her partner get their hopeful schools. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm answering this as a collective. I'm not answering it individually. But yeah, I got 9 of Cups, make a wish. 6 of Wands, success. And 6 of Pentacles, someone to help, generosity. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a big thumbs up. Yes, they will. Now, I feel like there's more than one school that is coming up to be hopeful. And so I'm giving this answer in the way that you asked the question is kind of what Archangel Michael is saying. So I'm going to give you that. So yeah. So Wendy wants to know about her health. Archangel Michael is like, what do you want to know about your health? Okay, so Wendy, your cards are loyalty, sadness, and endurance. Okay, so I want to tell you right now that your health is very much centered around emotions and emotional. I want to say around loyalty, and you know what? A lot of times that's betrayal, but I don't feel like it's recent. But I feel like something fairly recently, but like a while ago, a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, something has happened that kind of triggered some childhood or youthful kind of stuff around loyalty, abandonment. And I feel like it's like doing this in your body. It's like vibrating in your body. It'd be really good, Wendy. Salt baths. I'm getting salt baths for you. And also, Wendy, you're part of the A Million I Love You membership site. Get in there and do that violet flame meditation. It's going to help a lot. It's going to clear out, because I feel like it's like you take pretty good care of yourself. You're active. You're generally happy, but you have this kind of thing that is almost like sapping your energy a little bit. So it's like you're doing good, but you never quite have enough energy. So let me know if that kind of, if that resonates with you. But the cool thing with this whole thing is the card that shows kind of who you are is endurance. So it's not like this is anything that's going to take you out or anything. But it's really, it's whatever you're struggling with right now, it's definitely emotional, and it's from a long time ago, but something has triggered it recently. So get on in there, prayer meditation, girl. Do some meditation. We got our meditation Wednesday night. You are a part of that. So come on Wednesday night. I'll put you in the list. You're welcome, Kimberly. Super cool. Yeah, there. Okay, good. Very good. Yeah, they're going to do good. Christy is asking, you're welcome there. Christy is asking, should my youngest daughter change jobs at this time? Okay, Archangel Michael is saying we will answer. Oh, hang on a second, Christy. Yeah, I can feel it. I really feel like too, Wendy, that start doing that violet flame meditation that's in the membership, and start coming to Wednesday meditation if you can, because that's part of your dealio, that's part of your membership, and that really is what's going to kind of straighten things up for you. And let me know, and also, you know, don't be afraid to contact me and let me support you a little bit in that, because I can feel it, and it's not like it's really deep in you. It's like it's wanting to come up and get out. So yeah, it just it a little bit of work, a little bit of prayer, meditation. I feel like you're going to move past it, and that anxiety is going to go away. And I I think the spiritual chit chat last week or the week before talked about anxiety and some of the things you can do to help with anxiety. And Wendy, one of them is lightly tapping on your sternum right here. It connects with the vagus nerve or vagus nerve, and just gentle tapping. Don't go really hard, but just go gently. And then also rubbing your hands together like this, like all the way down the palm, and just feeling whatever feels good. It's very calming. I have anxiety too, and I've been fighting because the anxiety meds make my body hurt really bad. Whatever's in them just makes the pain in my body go crazy. And so I don't want to take them. So I've learned a few things. So maybe that'll help you. Kimberly is saying, I like Archangel Michael to show up for discussion, not needing the blessing of your kindness and helping us here. Then ask him. Go into meditation right now, Kimberly, and sit down and ask him to come to you. He will. You don't need me. You don't need me at all. None of you do. None of you need somebody outside of you doing this for you. And that is ultimately what I teach. I do this to try to get the word out to people and to help people with their struggling and for some fun stuff. So you're right, Kimberly. And I challenge you to go right now, sit down, do a little meditation, ask Archangel Michael to come to you and listen to what you get. And then let me know, because it's going to be awesome. Yes, it's Wednesday night. It's at 6 p.m., Wendy. Very cool. Dana, there you are. Wondering about planning a trip to Tennessee to see my grandson. Ooh, let's take a look at that. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Christy. Thank you, honey. I'm so sorry. It's part of being an empath. I feel all the energies going. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Christy, this is for you. Oh my gosh. Should my daughter change jobs? Ooh, success. Drama and responsibility. What I'm getting is it's really important for her, Christy, to make sure that she doesn't just quit and just walk out, kind of a thing. I'm feeling like there's pressure on her at the job that she's in. It's like it's not her vibe. I do feel like that there's a job that if she's looking, putting her feelers out there, that she'll find a job that is it's just easier for her to work. I feel like she knows what she's doing. It's more the people and the management involved than anything else. And I do feel like that there's a job that's coming up for her if she'll put her feelers out there. And then that would be the time to change. And tell her too that it's important that she choose something that she's going to enjoy, either a company she can get behind, make sure it's something that's going to bring her joy above and beyond bringing that paycheck home, because our souls are growing now and we want more out of life. And she not only deserves it, but she can have it. And so can all of you, but yeah, Christy, there's something coming up, and you know what? I really feel like there's something coming up pretty quick. Like, I want to say she could actually have a new job by mid-April if she wants to. So I hope that is, let me know how that goes. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, this is actually going to be a good thing. So, oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. Go get your Archangel Michael, dude. Colleen, hello, Colleen. We are doing little mini readings here for a minute. Ask a question. Archangel Michael will answer it for you. I'm happy to do this. Oh, should I buy the house in East Florida and move by myself and keep my house in Oregon? I'm feeling other people. I'm feeling that this question that there's other people involved. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so buy the house in East Florida and move by myself and keep my house in Oregon. I feel like that there's a few things that need to be done on that house in Florida. Be prepared for that. It's not like catastrophic major things, but there's some work that needs to be done on that house. Make sure you're clear on what it is. But I do see you being able to move and being able to keep that house in Oregon. Your outcome card is success, but it's, there's steps to take. And I keep seeing people not necessarily in the way, but like around it. So I don't know if you have maybe a family that's involved with all of this, but it's like there's people around. Make sure that you're clear in your communications with everybody that's involved. I'm getting that really, really strong. I don't know who these people are, but so it's make sure you know everything about that house in Florida, and make sure you're being very clear in communication with the people that are involved with this whole move. And it should go pretty good. It should go pretty good. It should be pretty good for you. I am seeing too that you're at a crossroads right now where it's time to make a change. It's time to kind of be bold and make a change. And this is a good positive one. Just make sure you get all the information and very clear in communicating. I don't know why that's like, I feel almost like it's like the energy is coming so much out of my throat and my mouth. It's like, I want to do it for you. You know what I mean? It's like, make sure you do that. So I hope that helps you. Wendy is saying, oh, the tinnitus is getting worse. Oh, that's interesting. I get that sometime when I hear that. Wendy, yeah, if you can come to the meditation on Wednesday, come on, we'll talk about it a little bit. I'm feeling like it's almost like you need an energy adjustment, like almost like it's almost like you're ready to up level a frequency, but something is holding on to you, and it's almost like it's hearing. So if you can, if not, let me know. Maybe I can help you with something. Oh, Christy, good. Awesome. I love that. And Colleen, my kids leave in Brooklyn, and my sister and her kids are in our, oh, okay. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I feel, yeah, there's people that are involved here. Just be very clear. Don't leave them to question anything. Be very clear in your intentions and what you're doing and everything. It'll be good. Cool. The meditation is at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and you can find it on Learn It Live. I'll actually put and I'll put some information too, but it's doop doop. Yeah, you can pop over there. There's all kinds of great classes. I have classes going on all the time. We've got every week we have Wednesday meditation. Every week we do have the master class that you can join in, even if you're not in the membership, though you pay for it. And then we also have spiritual intensive this week as well. So I got lots of stuff going on over there. There's also recorded other meditations that we've done, we've got those recorded up there and some classes up there. So kind of fun. And then also, if anybody wants to find out more about me, or about sessions I do or anything, this is my website. And I'll put it in the description again. Oh, cool. 444. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that kind of stuff. That is the magic that this world we live in is made of, It's all these kind of things. And then we join together in our joy and excitement of experiencing that. It's so fun. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that we got to talk about this. And big hugs to the darling that asked about being good enough, Oh, good. Okay, Vera, what's going on? This is some but when I was younger and have a big angel talk to me. You had a lot more than one angel talking to you, Vera. You had Archangel Michael, you had Archangel Raphael, you had Archangel Shamuel. And a name, Archangel Sophiel, was with you too. You had a lot of angels that were trying to pull you out. You have really important things to do in this world, young lady. And yeah, and you know what? Sensitive people and somewhat psychic-y people, intuitive people, a lot of us get into the self-medicating. I had my bout where I was drinking a bit too much. And yeah. So good. I'm glad they came and got you. And it's a long road. It's a long road to get out of that. Addiction is real. And, so many addictions are also related, there's entity attachments with that stuff. So you may be wanting to get out, but you've got another, like a little voice in your head type thing, but it's real, that is wanting you to keep going and keep drinking because they like the drama. They like the mayhem. They like the energy of that drunk thing. So yeah, it's good for you. Good for you. I know you know what? My heart is feeling so happy with all you guys here. Thank you so much for being here and coming in, asking your questions. I know it takes a little bit to get everybody. You guys are so cute. It's like you're kind of shy. You're so sweet. Once we get going, it's fun. And, let your friends know that we're doing this over here too, because we could go, a bit longer if we need to, if we have questions and stuff. So you're welcome, Bear. And so I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. We are here every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we do a little teaching, whatever's coming up. If you have topics you want me to visit, please let me know. I always love help with that. We've got the empath class coming up on Saturday. If you want more information, you can get it and sign up for it on Learn It Live. You can contact me if you want to sign up through me. So we got Wednesday meditation, we got Saturday class. So we've got 2 things coming up this week. It's gonna be super fun. So I invite you guys. I keep the classes cheap as I can. And so you guys can come. So without further ado, thanks for being here. I love you guys. Happy spring equinox. I crack myself up. And be good out there, okay? Meet your challenges head on, and remember to tell yourself that you're valuable and you're important and you're needed and you're beautiful